Hi everybody. So I'm going to walk you guys through your syllabus and your course calendar. This video will obviously go right here as soon as it's done. And there is a quiz associated with this information as soon as we get through it all. So I will walk through this as quickly as I can, but do pay attention to kind of some of these dates and some of these key details to help you in your quiz. So this course is entirely online. Obviously, it runs from May 26th through August 7th. Your final exam will be available to you from August 3rd through 5th. You'll have a 2-hour window somewhere in those 3 days to take the exam whenever it best fits your schedule. Your course withdrawal date is 7/21. That's the last date that you can withdraw. If you need to contact me, please use the Canvas email function. If that for whatever reason doesn't work, you can always contact me here, but Canvas email is how I will communicate with you guys every week, and it's also just what I check every single day, so make sure to use that preferably. If you need office hours, we can do that online per your request, and emails will be responded to within 24 hours. There is a textbook associated with the course. It's reading, reacting, writing. It is available through MindTap through the course, so you should be able to access that pretty easily. And then you guys can kind of read the prerequisites and skills outcomes. But essentially, this course is an introduction to a variety of literary genres. We're looking at short stories, we're looking at poetry, and we're also looking at drama. Throughout the course, you guys are going to look at a number of different texts, but this is an online course, so make sure you do kind of understand the ins and outs of Canvas. Make sure you are, respectful of others in the course. It is in writing. Everything you do is in writing, so everything is permanent. So please do be respectful of others, be respectful of other ideas, and treat each other well as well as your instructor, of course. If you have trouble with Canvas, you should let me know, but also contact the Canvas support number or the Canvas email. Either way, they're going to be the ones that are able to help you with whatever the issue is, so please make sure you do have that number down. The department has very strict rules on plagiarism, so make sure that you are accurately citing any source material that is used. That means that you are citing anything in the paper, ideas or phrases or words that come from other people. So if you have something copied and pasted from the internet, that should absolutely have quotes and it should have a citation. Same thing with an idea or a concept that comes from another source. You can't use another student's work. You cannot use work from previous courses as well. You can't self-plagiarize, so that would be, recycling work from other courses or even recycling work from earlier in the course. So if you take a discussion board that we do that has to do with something with your paper, you can't simply copy and paste the discussion board into your essay. If you do plagiarize, you will receive a number of different recursive actions. So you will have a 0 on the assignment. You can actually be subject to disciplinary action from the school. You can be kicked out of extracurricular activities. You can fail the course. It's really not worth it. The papers in this course are at most 3 to 4 pages, so it's not worth what could happen to you for plagiarizing a 3-page paper. So just please don't do it. We do use a plagiarism detection tool, which is also really, really good. It not only will find previously submitted work from you or from other classmates or from other people within the school, but it'll also take me directly to anything that's plagiarized from the internet. So it'll highlight the exact quote or phrase that's being plagiarized. It'll take me directly to the source. It'll show me exactly what's being plagiarized. So again, not worth it. It is always discovered, so just please don't do it. It's not worth it. Make sure you have make sure you have access to the internet. Make sure you know how to use Canvas. You will need to submit your essays as a Word doc. So it can't be a PDF, it can't be Pages, it can't be a Google Doc. It needs to be a Word doc. So make sure you have access to Word. You can get that for free online. If you have a Mac, you have Pages right now. Go get Word. It's free, and it is a requirement for the course. Again, if you need Canvas support, that's the information right there. On average, this will take about 3 hours a week. Of course, variant to the schedule, but on average, 3 hours a week. You guys can read all the classroom decorum and all these different things yourself, but there is an online attendance policy, so Garden City does have attendance policies to make sure that you are completing the activities, communicating with your instructor, all these different things that will help you not only meet the attendance policy, but will help you with your participation points as well. So if you are not meeting these requirements, the instructor does have the right to recommend that you be dropped from the course. There is no late work, and there's no recycled or reused work from other classes, or even, as I said previously, within the class. This is because the units are largely open to you all at one time, so it is semi-self-paced. So you're actually able to work ahead if you need to within a unit. So if you know, say for example, 4th of July is coming and you want to get ahead in your work for a week or 2 weeks out, you're welcome to do that. You have the ability to do that. So just make sure that you're staying on top of things and you're not, of course, recycling work. Extra credit, there is 1 or 2 small extra credit assignments within the course. They fall towards the end of the course. And those are worth different values, of course. You should also, you guys can read that yourself. You can read all about the writing samples. But essentially, everything is tracked in Canvas. You should be working through the modules in Canvas, not through like an assignments list. The modules have instructions, they have context, they have lectures, they have everything that you need is in the modules. So make sure that's how you're working. You're not working through the assignments. So here's the breakdown of the grading, of course. It's pretty straightforward. But in the course, your first essay is 20%, your second is 20%, and your third is 15%. Your final exam is 10%, quizzes are 10%, discussion boards are 5%, journals, which is essentially like a personal blog, it's not open to everybody else, those are 5%. And extended writing assignments that are not essays, generally about 1 page, those are 10% together. And your participation is 5%. Everything is graded and returned to you within 2 weeks. Now that's really typically just for longer essays. Shorter assignments, discussion boards, blogs, things like that are all graded usually within 1 week. And then you guys can read the online course evaluation information. Again, Garden City has pretty strict rules about ethics, academic ethics as students. There is a Garden City handbook linked to in your course modules, so you guys can see many of the things that you are held to as responsibilities as students. So essentially don't cheat, don't plagiarize, just do your work and you'll be fine. ADA and equal access, of course, if you have any reason that you need an accommodation, you will need to contact the accommodations coordinator. There's paperwork involved, so make sure you contact them, get the paperwork going, and we'll do what we can to give you the equal access. Same thing as always, as I said, equal opportunity, so no discrimination in the course, no derogatory language, nothing like that. We treat everyone here with respect. That's yourself, the instructor, and other students in the course. So really quickly to walk you guys through the schedule, this is a basic outline, and each week I will email you on Monday morning the exact assignments, the exact everything. You guys can see all of this in your modules. You can see what's due. But essentially everything is due on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. of each week. So you have the week to work at whatever pace you need. You can fit it to your children's schedule, you can fit it to your work schedule, whatever you need to do. But everything is due on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. So the first 2 weeks, I actually am going to give you guys an extension, so it's enough time to get settled into the course, understand how things work. So the first 2 weeks, we're going to start with short stories. You get the introduction to the course, and we'll start by looking at some of the introductory text. So like we'll look at The Story of an Hour, or The Yellow Wallpaper. We'll look at Hills Like White Elephants. But the first 2 weeks assignments are all due on Sunday, June 7th at 11:59 p.m. Week 3, we're going to move into setting and point of view, symbolism, allegory, myth. So we'll be looking at Poe, we'll be looking at Shirley Jackson's Lottery. And each week, not every week, but many of the weeks, you'll actually have an ability to choose one of 2 choices. Because this is a shorter course than usual, a lot of the assignments have been streamlined, so you'll actually be able to choose between, say, reading two kinds or everyday use. Choice is yours. There is an assignment associated with whichever one you choose, but it allows you a little bit of freedom to choose what's most interesting to you. So that's June 14th. June 21st, your first essay is going to be due, so that week you'll actually have the assignment sheet, you'll do an outline, you'll use the week to write your essay, and then you'll submit that essay by Sunday, June 21st. Then Unit 2 will open up, and again, you'll have access to everything in Unit 2, so that's weeks 5, 6, and 7 if you need to work ahead. This is where 4th of July falls. So week 5, we're going to look at a selection of poetry. For week 6, which is, again, the Sunday, July 5th is the due date, I've actually kind of kept it very minimal in terms of your assignments for the week, because I know that it's a holiday week, and even though you don't technically have off school, I do know people will be busy, they'll be with family, so you have a less number of assignments that week to help with the holiday. And then the third week is July 12th, or the 7th week, I'm sorry, is July 12th, and that you will have you'll have one assignment at the beginning of the week, and then you will have your essay assignment sheet to watch the explanation of. You'll submit an assignment, and then you'll write and submit your essay by Sunday, July 12th. And then Unit 3 will open up, and that is going to be our drama unit. And you guys will have the first two acts, the first act, the first two parts of Death of a Salesman to read. And then the second week of that unit, which is week 9, everything is due on Sunday, July 26th. That will be the second half of Death of a Salesman. And then that third week, you will actually have time once again to write your essay, and you'll submit that by Sunday, August 2nd. And that brings us right up to finals week. The next week is finals, and you will have an open ability to take your exam sometime between August 3rd and August 5th. You'll have a 2-hour window somewhere in those 3 days to take it, so you can take it when it's easiest for you. You'll have an extra credit opportunity here that'll be due by Tuesday, August 4th. It's a short assignment. Definitely recommend that everyone does it just to get the extra credit. And then after that, you're done with the course. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for sticking with me through that explanation, and go ahead and move on and take your quiz.